Imagine opening your eyes and feeling, even before touching your phone, that your day is already won and protected by something greater. Today, you will discover how to transform your dawn into an unbreakable spiritual shield against any evil or discouragement. Why is it that even when you try to be productive, you feel like your day starts heavy, full of anxiety and worries so early on? Have you noticed how the morning rush seems to steal your energy and leaves you vulnerable to the stress of other people? Could it be that the lack of a real connection upon waking is what is preventing your doors from opening as they should? How much longer will you allow the noise of the world to run over the sacred silence that should inhabit your heart? In this video, I will give you the step-by-step of a powerful prayer that will change the course of your entire week. You will learn to clear your mind, attract prosperity, and feel a deep calm that no one will be able to take away from you. By the end of this journey, you will hold the key to a productive, blessed day, free from spiritual attacks and mental fog. I promise that by applying what we talk about here, your view of the dawn will never be the same, bringing real and visible results. Before we move forward, if you feel that this is the moment to take better care of your spirituality, consider joining our community. Click the like button if you believe that 1 minute of conversation with the heavens can change your entire destiny today. Your subscription here is not just a number. It is a commitment you make to your own peace and spiritual evolution. Join our circle of light so that together we can strengthen our faith and walk with much more security and purpose. Morning prayer is not an empty religious ritual or a simple repetition of memorized words without any deeper meaning or heart. It is, in fact, the moment when you organize your internal world before facing the inevitable battles of the external world outside. Great sages and people of unshakable faith have always known that the first words spoken at dawn have a divine, creative power. It is in this precise instant that the sky is most attentive and your soul is cleanest to receive higher guidance and wisdom. Think of your mind as fertile soil that upon waking is ready to receive the very first seeds of the entire day. If you plant worry, you will harvest anxiety. But if you plant gratitude, you will harvest miracles and hidden opportunities. Science now proves that the state we enter right after sleep determines our brain chemistry for the many hours to follow. Therefore, speaking with the Creator or the universe early on is like adjusting a ship's compass before a long journey. Often we neglect this precious time, thinking that 5 more minutes of sleep will bring the rest we so desperately need. However, true rest comes from the soul that knows it is not walking alone through the complex challenges of modern life. Morning prayer acts as a filter, preventing the heavy energies of daily life from penetrating your delicate emotional and spiritual structure. It creates a kind of force field where fear finds no room to grow and doubt dissolves into absolute certainty. When you set aside this time, you are telling life and the universe that you are the true master of your own time. You stop being a victim of circumstances to become a co-creator of your reality, guided by a superior and loving light. It doesn't matter if you do it on your knees, sitting, or looking at the horizon. What truly matters is your sincere intention. It is the sincerity of the heart that opens the portals of abundance and makes the impossible begin to manifest before you. If you have made it this far, it is because something deep inside you knows that your current routine is not bringing you the peace you deserve. Perhaps you feel like you are merely surviving the days, racing against the clock without ever truly arriving anywhere meaningful or fulfilling. But stop for a second and realize the world will not stop for you to rest. You are the one who must find your own center. Stay with me for the next few minutes, because what I am about to reveal about the morning shield will change how you face every problem. Morning prayer is not a desperate cry for help, but a bold declaration of authority over the hours that are about to unfold before you. When you silence your mind before listening to the news or checking social media, you are actively protecting your most sacred inner sanctuary. Developing this practice requires discipline, but the fruits are harvested in the form of mental clarity and doors that seem to open on their own. Imagine facing a difficult meeting or a family conflict with a calm that seems to come from another world, completely unshakable and grounded. This strength is not born out of thin air. It is meticulously built in the secret place, in that moment when the sun is just peeking over. Many people claim they don't have time, yet they spend hours feeding their anxiety with information that adds nothing good to their souls. True prayer is a dialogue where you also learn to listen to the answers that the universe whispers into your ear during the quiet. It is in this dialogue that the best ideas for your projects arise and the solutions for your debts begin to appear clearly. Think about the battles you fought yesterday. How many of them could have been avoided if you had started your day in total alignment? We often blame luck or other people for our stress, but we forget that we left our front door wide open for any negative energy to enter. The morning shield is like a spiritual armor that you put on piece by piece, starting with gratitude and ending with total surrender to the divine. It doesn't mean your day will be free of challenges, but it means that you will be much larger than any challenge that dares to cross your path. When you pray in the morning, you are planting an invisible hedge around your family, your business, and your mental health. You begin to notice that the traffic doesn't irritate you as much, and the sharp words of a coworker simply slide off your back like water. This is the true power of someone who has already talked to the Creator. The opinions of men lose their weight and their power to hurt. Every word of faith you speak in the early hours acts as a command to the spiritual world to align itself with your success and well-being. Let's go deeper into this. Why do so many people fail to maintain this habit, even knowing how beneficial it is for their lives? The truth is that there is a resistance, a heavy force that wants to keep you tired, distracted, and disconnected from your true source. This resistance knows that if you discover the power of your morning, you will become unstoppable and your light will blind the darkness. Therefore, fighting for your first hour of the day is the most important spiritual war you will ever face in your entire existence. Now I need you to pay very close attention, because we are reaching the central point that separates those who just pray from those who manifest. It is not enough to speak beautiful words if your feeling is not aligned with the absolute certainty that you have already been fully heard. The secret of the prayer that actually works lies in the ability to feel gratitude before you even receive the blessing you asked for. Prepare your heart now, because I'm going to share the exact words that serve as an opening code for your day and your destiny. Imagine a bridge made of light connecting your heart directly to the heart of the Creator, where there is no distance or delay. In this space, your requests are not just heard, they are instantly transformed into seeds of reality that begin to sprout in the physical world. This is the climax of your morning, the moment when your human will dissolves into the perfect and abundant will of the divine. Father, I thank you for this breath of life, and I place under your guard every step, every decision, and every encounter I will have today. May my vision be your vision today. May my hands be instruments of your peace, and may my path be illuminated by your eternal light. Move away from me all envy, all fear, and every distraction that tries to take me away from the purpose you wrote for my life. As you say this with true faith, you feel a deep shiver that runs through your soul, confirming that the connection has been successfully made. At this very moment, the heavy weight that was on your shoulders disappears, and an absolute certainty takes over your entire being right now. You are no longer alone. An army of light moves around you, organizing the happy coincidences and the doors that will open today. The fulfillment of the promise happens here. The peace that surpasses all understanding begins to overflow through your face and your voice. People around you will notice that something has changed, that you carry a different presence, more secure, lighter, and much stronger than before. This connection is like a fire that starts small, but by the end of this prayer has become a sun radiating from within your chest. Many people stop praying just before the miracle happens because they don't see immediate results with their physical eyes. But you must understand that the spiritual world moves first, organizing the atoms of your life before the manifestation becomes visible to all. When you leave your room after this prayer, you are not the same person who entered. You are a being charged with divine intentionality. Your words now have the power to heal, your presence has the power to calm, and your mind has the power to solve the impossible. Feel the temperature of the room change as you realize that you are standing on sacred ground, even if it's just beside your bed. The climax is not a shout or a loud noise. It is the profound silence that follows the certainty that the Creator has already said, yes. This yes will echo through your bank account, through your health, through your family relationships, and through your inner peace. We have reached the peak of the mountain. Now it's time to learn how to bring this heavenly atmosphere into your practical, everyday life. The greatest lesson we take away from this journey is that spirituality is not something to be lived only on special days, but in every single breath. We have learned that the silence of the morning is the fertile ground where our biggest dreams take root deep enough to withstand any storm. Reflect for a moment on how many times you tried to solve everything on your own and ended up exhausted without seeing the results you wanted. Prayer teaches us the humility to accept divine help and the wisdom to know that not everything depends solely on our physical effort. Now it is time to bring this sacred atmosphere into the practical reality of your work, your home, and your personal relationships starting today. When you leave your place of prayer, carry that internal silence with you like a precious treasure that cannot be stolen by anyone. If a problem arises at noon, remember the light you felt at dawn and realize that the problem is much smaller than the force within you. You are now a carrier of peace, and your simple presence in a room should be enough to calm the spirits of those who are in turmoil. Tomorrow, when the alarm clock rings, make a pact with yourself not to touch your phone for the first 10 or 15 minutes of your day. Sit on the edge of your bed, take 3 deep breaths, and make that simple connection we practiced today with all your heart and soul. Observe how your mood will shift, how people will treat you differently, and how even the most difficult obstacles will seem to shrink before you. Make this an unconditional habit, just like breathing or drinking water, and watch your life transform into a constant succession of daily blessings. Do not be discouraged if you don't feel a fire every single day. The power lies in the consistency of showing up for the Creator every morning. Even on days when you feel heavy or tired, the simple act of saying, "I am here," is enough to maintain the shield around your life. You are building a legacy of faith that will serve as a map for your children and for everyone who crosses your path in this life. Trust the process, trust the timing of the universe, and above all, trust that you are worthy of all the abundance that is being prepared for you. Thank you so much for sharing this moment of light and deep reflection with me until the very end of this special video today. If this message touched your heart and brought a spark of hope, do not keep it only for yourself. Share it with someone who needs a wake-up call. Your interaction here helps this light reach more people who are lost in the darkness of anxiety and the weight of modern hopelessness. May your day be filled with unexpected victories, and may your morning always be your most sacred moment of the entire journey. Remember that the sun rises every day as a reminder that we can always start over, no matter how difficult yesterday might have been. You have a divine spark within you that is waiting for your attention to become a flame that lights up the entire world around you. Go forth with confidence, knowing that the army of light we talked about is walking right beside you in every step you take. Stay with God, keep the flame of faith always burning in your heart, and I will see you very soon in our next encounter here. This is your time to shine. Now go out there and live the blessed day that you have already created in your morning silence. If this prayer was the fuel you needed to start your day, let me know in the comments by writing, "I am protected." Your testimony and your presence here are what move this channel forward, so don't forget to check if you are still subscribed for tomorrow's encounter. Share this light with at least one person you love. Sometimes, an invitation to pray is the greatest gift someone can receive. Thank you for being part of this circle of faith. Now go out there and conquer your day. We will see each other in the next video.